There's a version of you that people see. Distracted, inconsistent, hard to read. And then there's what's actually happening inside. A brain working twice as hard just to keep up. You've heard it's laziness, lack of discipline, a bad attitude. But it's not. It's neurodivergence, and it leaves very specific fingerprints. Today we're showing you 10 everyday habits that look like flaws, but are actually signals of ADHD. Stay until number 1. It reveals why a simple request from someone you love can instantly kill your motivation. And it's probably caused more conflict than anything else on this list. Number 10, the 3-drink rule. You sit down at your desk, fully committed to finally finishing that project, studying for that exam, or editing that important video. But before you type a single word, something has to happen first. You line up an ice-cold glass of water, a hot cup of coffee, maybe a fizzy soda or something sweet just for the flavor and the texture. 3 different drinks, 3 different temperatures, 3 different sensations, all within arm's reach before you even open the document. To most people, this looks like a quirk or stalling, but it's not procrastination, it's self-regulation. Your brain operates with a chronic deficit of the neurotransmitters responsible for motivation and focus. By cycling through different temperatures, textures, and intense flavors, you're tricking your nervous system into getting small, steady hits of stimulation. This variety isn't a luxury, it's what keeps your focus stable enough to stop your mind from going completely blank the moment a task feels dull or repetitive. Here's something that actually works. Make the ritual intentional before you sit down. Choose your 3 drinks in advance. It takes 90 seconds and it removes one more decision from your session. Fewer decisions at the start means more energy for the actual work, and that need to stay stimulated doesn't stop at your desk. Sometimes it takes over your entire body and sends you somewhere completely different than where you were trying to go. Number 9, infinite side quests. You walk into the kitchen for a glass of water. On the way, you notice a sponge out of place and decide to clean the sink. While doing that, you find a hair tie and walk to your bedroom to put it away. There you see the mountain of dirty laundry and end up reorganizing your entire closet. 3 hours later, you're sweating, sorting shoes by color, and your throat is still dry. You never got the water. It's not a lack of intelligence. It's not avoidance. It's a severe failure in working memory. Your brain simply cannot hold the original task when something new appears. That's it. That's the whole thing. One visual stimulus and you're gone. You move through life bouncing from one activity to the next like a steel ball in a pinball machine, ruled entirely by whatever catches your eye in that exact millisecond, with no memory of where you came from and no idea where you were going. One thing that genuinely helps, before you stand up, hey, say it out loud or type it on your phone. I'm getting water. That 1 second of verbal anchoring gives your working memory something to hold on to when the sponge tries to hijack you. Number 8, the 24-hour PhD, or random Tuesday you decide you need to buy an espresso machine. Or maybe you want to learn ceramics. Within hours, you're deep in a research spiral, comparing prices across 30 websites, cross-referencing Reddit threads at 1 a.m., watching a teardown video from a channel with 200 subscribers, reading a forum post in Portuguese you can barely understand. By 2 a.m., you genuinely know more about espresso grind settings than most baristas. The next day, you close every tab. You never buy the machine. You never think about ceramics again. It's not indecisiveness. It's that your brain already got what it came for. With the research wasn't about the object, it was about the hunt. Solving that mental puzzle delivered a massive, fast-acting rush of dopamine. Once the mystery was solved and you knew what the best option was, the chemical reward was gone. And the act of actually buying it held zero appeal. Your brain moved on because its job was already done. The 48-hour rule exists for exactly this. When a new obsession forms, wait 2 days before buying anything. You'll quickly learn to tell the difference between a real interest and a dopamine hunt. Number 7, the hidden tax in the food graveyard. You've probably gone to the grocery store and bought 3 bottles of the same sauce because you were absolutely certain you were out at home. You get back, open the cabinet, and find 4 half-used bottles buried in the back. Way or worse, you buy fresh vegetables with genuine enthusiasm for a new chapter of eating well. You put them in the bottom drawer of the fridge, 3 weeks later, you open it and find rotted vegetables. Specialists call this the ADHD tax. It comes from a lack of object permanence. If something isn't directly in your line of sight, your brain treats it like it stopped existing the moment the door shut. That closed drawer works like a black hole. Your food and your money simply vanish. The fix is almost embarrassingly simple. Clear containers, eye level, not in drawers. What you can see, you'll use. What you can't, you won't. Your brain struggles with object permanence. But there's another way ADHD changes how you move through the world, and this one affects how others see you. Number 6, the involuntary chameleon. You just finished binge-watching a gripping series, maybe one about ancient empires, or a chemistry teacher making terrible choices. For the next few days, without even realizing it, you start walking differently. You use their phrases, you borrow their dry wit, their pauses, their way of entering a room. Your friends notice. They look at you sideways. You have no explanation. In clinical psychology, this is called social masking or trait absorption. It's not performance. It's survival. The neurodivergent brain has spent its entire life learning to mimic others to fit in and avoid rejection. When you become deeply absorbed in a story that gives you genuine pleasure, your mind adopts that character's way of moving through the world like a costume, borrowing their confidence, their ease, the quiet sense of being someone who has it all figured out. It's a way of trying on a version of yourself that doesn't have to work so hard just to seem normal. Tip: if you catch yourself doing this, don't fight it. Your brain is experimenting. If you've been nodding along to these, if you've spent years thinking this was just who you are, you're not alone. You're not alone in this, and you're not broken. Let's keep going. Number 5, the unbreakable food loop. You discover a specific meal, maybe a particular sandwich, a snack, a combination that just clicks perfectly with your brain. You start eating it every day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, for 3 months straight without ever getting tired of it. You develop an almost devotional relationship with this food. Then one morning, without warning, you take a bite and feel a deep, almost physical aversion. You put it down. You don't touch it again for years. This extreme cycle is a search for chemical security. When your brain finds something that reliably delivers pleasure and eliminates the exhausting energy of making decisions, it runs it at full capacity for as long as possible. But eventually the novelty burns out in your neural receptors. The food loses its stimulating magic all at once, and your body rejects it completely, forcing you to go find a new source of reliable reward. Try this. When you feel yourself locking into a food loop, don't fight it, but create a small ritual around it. Same meal, but eaten somewhere different, at a different time, or with one new element. This gives your brain a small hit of novelty without breaking the loop entirely. It buys you time before the inevitable crash. Food can become an obsession, but so can sensory input. And when your brain can't filter it, the world becomes overwhelming. Number 4, the pain of visual noise. There are days when you genuinely cannot work if the office lighting is too harsh and white. You become unbearable to be around if a shirt tag barely grazes your neck. You feel genuinely irritated when you hear someone chewing 3 feet away from you. People call you dramatic, oversensitive, too much. It's not drama, it's a missing filter. Your brain lacks the regulatory mechanism that allows most people to tune out irrelevant stimuli. To your neurological system, everything arrives with the same volume and the same priority. Your boss's voice competes on equal footing with the hum of a light fixture and the feeling of your socks. And this constant flood of incoming data drains your mental energy and pushes you into irritability as a last resort defense. Your system's way of saying it has reached capacity. Try this. Before a demanding work session, do a quick environment scan. Dim the lights if you can, remove any textures that bother you, put on noise-canceling headphones even if you're not playing anything. Removing irritants before they become a problem costs far less energy than managing the crash after. Number 3, water inertia and shower paralysis. It's your day off. The shower's 3 steps away. You've been on that couch for 3 hours. You're not asleep. You're not busy. You're not even comfortable. You just can't move. Then the strangest part. Once you finally get in and feel the warm water, you stand there staring at the wall for 40 minutes because now you feel the exact same paralysis at the thought of getting out and drying off. Once you're in, getting out feels just as hard. This is a massive dysfunction in task transitioning. Your brain requires a disproportionate amount of energy to shift from one physical state to another. Going from dry and dressed to naked and wet registers as a painful effort for your neurons. And once you've made it through that wall, returning to the previous state costs the same energy all over again. So your mind would rather stay stuck in whatever state it's already in, indefinitely. The goal is to reduce the transition cost before you even get in. Lay out your towel and clothes. Everything visible and ready. The fewer micro decisions waiting for you on the other side, the easier it is to cross back. Trick number 2, total focus mode and body blindness. You sit down to work on something that actually holds your attention, a game, a math problem, an edit that genuinely interests you. You look up, 7 hours have passed, your mouth is parched, you haven't eaten anything all day, your bladder is full, and you genuinely felt none of it until this exact moment. Attention deficit is actually a misnomer. The real issue isn't a lack of attention, it's the inability to regulate it. When your brain finds an activity that delivers a steady stream of dopamine, it redirects all its energy toward that task and temporarily shuts down the interoceptive network, the system responsible for alerting you to your basic biological needs: hunger, thirst, pain. Your body was signaling the whole time. Your brain just had the volume turned all the way down. Hey, try this. Set a recurring phone alarm every 90 minutes labeled, "Drink water, stretch, breathe." Your body can't remind you, so make your phone do it instead. Number 1, involuntary rebellion and the loss of autonomy. You wake up in the right headspace. You're already mentally on your way to wash the dishes, clean your room. It was your own idea. You were already moving. Then someone says, "Hey, can you wash the dishes?" In that instant, something shifts. An inexplicable wave of resistance moves through you. Your motivation drops to 0. Suddenly, you'd rather do anything else in the world than touch that sink. It's not stubbornness. It's not a power struggle. Your brain naturally produces very low levels of dopamine. Sir, that original idea, your idea, was generating an internal chemical reward because you felt complete ownership over your own decision. The moment it became an external instruction, that reward disappeared. The task transformed from something you chose into something being done to you. And your brain experiences that as a direct threat to your autonomy, rejecting it on pure survival instinct. If you live or work with someone who doesn't understand this, it looks like defiance. But it isn't. It's a neurological response to the removal of internal motivation. Understanding this, really understanding it, can change more relationships than almost any other insight on this list. Try this. When someone asks you to do something you were already going to do, try saying "I was already planning to" out loud before you respond to the request. It preserves a sense of ownership in your mind, enough to keep the motivation alive. If you've seen yourself in these situations, and if you've spent your life feeling like you're fighting a current nobody else can see, I want you to understand something. You are not lazy, you are not careless, you are not broken. Your operating system runs on a different code. And recognizing these signals, really recognizing them, not just intellectually, but in your own daily life, is the first and most important step toward understanding who you are. This content is meant for informational and educational purposes only. If these patterns are significantly affecting your quality of life, we encourage you to seek support from a mental health professional for a proper evaluation. How many of these did you recognize in yourself? Drop your number in the comments. I read everyone. And if you want us to go deeper into ADHD in relationships, at work, or in women who were never diagnosed, write it below. If this video helped you see yourself more clearly, share it with someone who needs to hear this. Your operating system isn't broken, it's just different. Subscribe and turn on notifications. The next one's already in the works. See you soon.